Okay, let me tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Rod Hagebrooks. I started my career in 1992, where I was purchasing residential real estate until 2002. I bought and sold over 1,000 homes. During that whole experience, to facilitate those transactions, I owned a licensed mortgage branch, worked in a title company, and got my real estate license. Towards the end of that time, I bought a Homevestors franchise. Homevestors was an innovative company, way beyond its time, led by Ken D'Angelo, who revolutionized the way that real estate was done at the time. The branch enabled a person through his innovative system to be able to sell a home in a couple of days, instead of weeks. This will be relevant as it influenced the way I plan to structure the current business. In 2002, if any of you remember, we had just come off 9/11. The equities market had imploded and a lot of money flowed into real estate. The Fed lowered interest rates, which dropped mortgage rates to historical lows. The real estate market, in turn, started to heat up. So, for me, as a real estate investor, it was disastrous. My strategy had always been to forecast the after-repair value, which allowed me to know how much to pay for a property. In 2000, it turned from investing in real estate into pure speculation. People were betting on 50% appreciation in 3 to 6 months. I didn't understand it, so I got out. A natural thing for me to get into was real estate appraising. So in 2002, I began my career as an independent fee real estate appraiser between 2002 and 2008. 2008, for those who remember, there was a bit of market turmoil. Whatever you were doing in real estate as a profession abruptly stopped, and so after being tormented for a few years, in 2011, I started to work for a real estate fund. Hedge funds around that time were gobbling up real estate. Anything below replacement cost, they were buying. It became necessary to open an operating company to speed up transactions. R.O.I. Home Services. In 2011, I founded R.O.I. Homes, Inspect and Appraise. I was already an appraiser and home inspector, so I was able to bring that skill to the operating company, title company. I was able to become a partner with a title company, design and construction. My wife was a designer, and we opened a construction division. Project management. Project management and property management, a central piece of the operation. Marketing, in-house administration, and marketing staff. Legal. We had a close partnership with a local attorney. With these skills, the operating company was able to effectively facilitate the acquisition and disposition of assets for the fund. The two worked hand in hand for other funds as well, like Blackstone with Invitation Homes. The market heated up in 2014, and the fund I worked for started to move out of the single-family residential space. I shifted back into performing real estate appraisal services primarily. Let's look at the core business model and how we take the vision of the future and turn it into reality. The entities that formulate the base of the business model are first the operating company, which currently exists, R.O.I. Home Services. R.O.I. Home Services primarily provides hundreds of thousands of dollars in inspection and appraisal services to the mortgage market, homeowners, and the R.E. investment community. Real Estate Fund. The second entity that's required is a real estate fund. The purpose of the fund will be to acquire, rent, tokenize, and sell real estate, generating an internal rate of return between 20 and 40%. Initially, the fund will focus primarily on ground-up and fix-and-flip projects, yielding 10 to 20% profit within 3 to 5 months of holding time. The two entities work together hand in hand to help acquire and disposition assets of the fund within days instead of weeks. Not going to get into the details of a 3-day closing here, but with these two entities, magic happens. This model would be profitable with just the two entities working with each other, but as an added benefit, these services can continue to be sold to the public. With all these skills under one roof, Innovative solutions can be offered to the public that aren't widely being offered anywhere else. Bundling of services can provide a faster and cheaper solution to our real estate investment community at a fraction of the price of a traditional brokerage. Homeowners with special needs, such as PMI removal or partial releases, can benefit from a bundle of appraisal, legal, title, and project management to quickly and effectively render their desired result. There's not many out there doing this right now. We are bundling some of these services currently, but I have been waiting to launch a fund at the right time so that the fund can provide a steady source of work to support a dedicated staff and to provide funding for marketing to promote the products, as it will take time to penetrate the market.